Hi guys, my name is Trevor, teaching a new form of spirituality. The message that was given to me is, you're not human beings, you are in fact be me beings. That means you and the divine are connected, your soul and yourself is connected. All we have to do is get rid of the human being. Now, I'm going to talk about something very serious, and it's the reason why I'm dressed all in black, because we're going to be talking about the darkness of the awakening, because that's one of the journeys that you will go through. It will give you a lot of fear of understanding what is darkness and what is there to really fear. The biggest fear you're going to face is the fear of self. The fear of your gift, the fear of your future. So, did the thief come in the night and steal your mind? Good question, isn't it? I felt that a thief, a burglar, came into my energy and stole my mind. Now, that sounds a bit Harry Potter again, but that's exactly what happened. I felt that I had a mind of Trevor, but then when I woke up, that mind was infiltrated by something a lot darker. And that darkness was an incredible spirit energy that was trying to stop me from awakening. How the fuck is that even possible, I used to think. But for me, it did, and it was an initiation. We can throw in schizophrenia with this, because I've had some mail where people are talking about schizophrenia, and I completely understand it. When you're hearing so many different voices within your head, of course you will see it as schizophrenia. There's nice sides to you, there's bad sides to you, there's different personalities within you, and so therefore your identity gets jumbled up. But when you are awakening, when you're traveling to the light of who you are, you will encounter at some point very dark times. And it's an incredible feeling. And I don't mean nice. It's fucking awful. It's a feeling that I would never, ever wish to encounter again. Have you not noticed as you are awakened how many times your energy changes through the course of a day? You might get up in that day and feel very good about yourself, and you think, right, today I'm going to go out. Get yourself all ready, go out, can't go out. There's a feeling, a fear that comes over you, and it blocks you, and it stops you from going out. Have you had that? I had that. And to me, when that happened to me, I thought, what the fuck is going on here? Why do I feel so scared to go out? This is the thief. The thief is infiltrated your awareness and is now using its own consciousness through you. Here's the thing. How many people in life do you actually fear? Are you one of these people where your energy is changing constantly all day long? Every day of the week, every month, and it's been going on for a long time. That starts an argument, and that's where the voices start. And once the demons, the darkness, kind of capture that, you invite that in. So here's the thing. What is the gift of manifesting? Is it things? Is it the car? No, it's not. It's not. When you are a certain being, you can manifest a certain spirit. I know, Steven Spielberg, if you're watching, I've got some great stories. But that's what happens. Darkness will surround you. It feels like you're engulfed in a deep, dark, dense fog. And it's sticky, and it takes your energy, and it makes you move slow. It makes you shake in fear. It makes you so incredibly unstable. That's darkness. I believe schizophrenia is a place where you could be a medium, and you're hearing far too many voices in that. Now, I know somebody personally that has spent all of their life virtually, I would say probably all of it, in a care home because of schizophrenia, because of the voices. But when you speak to that person and you ask the right questions, they'll give you the right answers. But if you talk to that person stupidly, you're not going to get any sense from them because they're trying to make sense of it themselves. The people that I have met with schizophrenia and the journey that I went through that could definitely be classed as schizophrenia, because spirituality or spiritualism is all about connecting with the spirit. Say you're dealing with a different entity. We all think it can be good and it could be great, but you're dealing with people that have left the planet, and quite frankly, they didn't leave here in love. They left here with unfinished business, and they can work through you for that unfinished business. I know, it's hard to understand, isn't it? But as I'm speaking about it, I sound crazy myself, but I'm hoping that somebody that is watching this video is saying, shit, that's happening to me, and I don't know why. The thing is, you can have people in your family that also suffered from schizophrenia, and you may have the fear that you may also adapt schizophrenia. This seems to be the problem. But because you're witnessing it, you've got to be very careful that if you're seeing it in somebody else, you've got to take them thoughts away from you that you think that it's going to happen to you as well. At that time, what you're doing is that you're giving yourself a lot of fear. So it's almost like a self-prophecy, isn't it? That you have this fear because your mother has developed schizophrenia, which you never knew before, but something in there is coming out, and now you're scared that you're also going to be in that position, and you may be in the position where nobody understands you, because that's the biggest problem with schizophrenia. Nobody understands them. They don't understand themselves. This is the hardest thing. When I was doing the TV and I was doing psychic and I was doing mediumship and connecting with spirit, yes, it was all seemed good at the time, but I got to that point in my life where I didn't know whose thoughts was whose. I didn't even know if they were my thoughts anymore. And so therefore I found myself in this middle ground, this journey of this darkness, which, oh my God, I'm starting to lose myself because the world of spirit is starting to overtake my life. And that's really what happens. And I've always believed that when you become a medium or you're very spiritual, you can attract a lot of spirits. That's what I know to be true in the form of manifesting. So therefore, beamism was all about protecting yourself. It was always about getting to love who you are. And of course, love they don't adhere to, even though they want the love, but they can't help you to achieve that love. And so therefore, they can drain your love from you. Think about it. When you're having, or you see somebody with that schizophrenia, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of frustration, there's a lot of confusion. You can see it in their face. You can see their face changes when their energy changes, their attitude changes. I had that. And I knew when that was happening. And that could be happening to me while I was driving down a motorway. And I could feel this energy overtake me, and it engulfed me, and it took me over. And everything to me just didn't feel right. Nothing seemed right. It seemed like I was driving a car that I've never driven before, and that I was seeing life through somebody else's eyes. Very scary. And you may go meet people and they can trigger that response off in you, and your energy starts to change. And then all of a sudden, you don't like this person. That can then form an energy within you of anger and fire out at that person. Or have a face that says, I'm really not interested in you. How many of you keep changing the energy every time you meet different people? Every day your energy is changing all over the place. That is something that we need to try and understand, because healing to me is when you become one energy. That's why I love LOVE, obviously, live in one vibrational energy. Be me. Love, be me is love, one vibrational energy, body, mind, experience. So your body, mind, experience is trying to understand love, which is just one energy, one you, one be me, one story, your one truth, your authentic self. It's your journey. But because we live with lots of other humans, they categorize us as the same. Well, if this is happening, then you must be going through this. If this is happening, then you must be going through that. And so therefore we have a tablet for that and we have a tablet for this. To understand, where did that begin? You have to understand the story. It's about teaching people that story. Say, for instance, for me, I could have been caught in that dynamic world for a long time and I thought I was going to be. But the more I developed and the more that I understood things, I started to understand that this darkness and these voices were very special to me. The human side of me, or the ego side of me, was battling these voices. And so therefore the voices can consume you. Once the words of the voice consumes you, it changes your energy. And so therefore you feel completely not right. And so therefore you may say it's an illness. We call it an illness when we don't know what the cure is. Beamism and the message from Spirit, the Ember Key code, to me, that was my cure. And that's why I do these YouTubes, so that I can share with you the cure with the symptoms, which is the same as you, but I got out with a completely different story. So my final ending to that story is I'm a man that's created Beamism with the help of Spirit, but I've put together the healing modules of Ember Key and discovered that there is a code to life in 6 letters. That's the ICA Be Me. And then we've got the 3 letters, which is Be Me, and then 2 letters, which is IC. So I see Be Me beings. I don't see human beings anymore. I see their bodies, their minds, and their experiences. And that is how we can read people. What you're going through is a personal journey, but it's knowing how to read yourself on why this is happening to you. Once you understand why this is happening to you on a soul's level, because the soul has come here to experience that, hoping that you and the soul will connect as one. There's the one again. It's when you get your light and your dark balanced. That's Be Me. That's the one again. So you become the one. Who else spoke about I and the Father are one? So that's the same as you understanding that you and your higher self are one and connected of the same, but the human self gets in the way and is very destructive, stopping you from becoming your higher self. And the way that they do that is that you don't believe that you are capable or you're worthy of connecting to your higher self. And so therefore, you'll always sabotage that journey. And when you're traveling to the light and gaining a message like I have been given, darkness will try to stop you each and every turn. But here's the thing. I thank that darkness because whilst in that darkness, I screamed for light. And I didn't even know what light was all about. I didn't know what I was screaming for, but trust me, it was my last shot. So the darkness brings you into the darkness because it gets you to want the light. It gets you to try and see if there's a saviour, to see if there's a miracle, to see if there's an angel, to see if God will actually come and save you. The darkness is an incredible messenger. Once you understand that it is a messenger, you learn from the teachings of that, because the darkness can only teach you to the light. Or your other option is this. You get consumed by darkness, you get trapped by darkness, and you're so much into that darkness, then there is no way out. And that's when you've gone over the edge. And that is schizophrenia, when you don't know who you are, your identity is all over the place, and your body is empty, enabling other spirits to come in and take you over. I know. It's crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely fucking mad. But this journey gets mad, and if I was to really speak the truth, hopefully my truth of my story will come out in the book rather than just in the video, because I can't give it the substance in just a video, me and a camera talking. But when you truly understand how magnificent this journey is and that the darkness is a messenger to the light, then that's your initiation of the soul. That's what your soul is here to endure. It's to endure the darkness of this planet and then to realize that it came as a messenger, to then be awakened, which is timed in your DNA and connected with the spirit, because the spirit said as soon as your DNA changes and you start to awaken, we'll connect and will help and guide you through to becoming the true being that you should have been before you got fucked over. And that's the truth of it. That's my truth of it. It might work with you. It might not work with you. You may understand what I'm saying. You might not understand. But this is how I work. If one person, just one person, gets what I'm talking about, to me, that's enough. Because, I'll tell you for why. When I went through this, all I needed was one fucking person to tell me what I was going through. And that was the person that I was looking for. So I hope I could be that one person, because I've put all of this work into making this happen so that maybe you will realise you're not going fucking crazy. Don't let people tell you that you're going crazy, but try to understand what I'm trying to teach you, because from the crazy can become normal. And once normal becomes natural, then you've escaped being a human being, which is unnatural. Being a human being for me serves no purpose at all. It has no meaning behind it. It's completely wandering, lost and confused. It may look like it wants to be confident, but trust me, it's not. It's just as lost as everyone on the planet, because all we're working with on this planet is theories that have come from someone back in ancient times. Well, today we're in the modern world, and I bring the modern word, and I bring the modern language, and the soul's journey, the soul's understanding its own religion is beamism. And beamism is a code that gets decoded in certain structures that can enable you to understand your dramas and your experiences within your life. It is a code cracker, and it can solve everything within you as it solved for me. Get in connection with that soul, understand the soul's journey, because the soul loves this shit. It loves it because it's information, and the more information that it can get, the more it can carry on with its healing programs. My name is Trevor Ilesley. I hope you've enjoyed this talk. Hence the darkness as the thief comes in the night to steal your mind. My name is Trevor Ilesley. I'll see you on the other side. Take care.